Over the last day, we've learned more about Sherri Tenpenny. Now you might be saying, wait, who's Sherri Tenpenny and why should I care? Well, if that's the case, then you apparently missed her revealing as one of Ohio's vaccine experts the fact that the vaccine can make you magnetic, and it, like magnetism, is now spreading. But first, I want to give you just a brief bit of what we showed you yesterday. Here is Sherri Tenpenny.
You've seen the pictures all over the internet of people who've had these shots and now they're magnetized. They can put a key on their forehead, it sticks. They can put spoons and forks all over them and they can stick.
Okay, that's amazing. Anyway, you can watch our video from yesterday if you want her full comments, but that wasn't all that happened yesterday. She has backup. Take a look at this.
By the way, so I just found out something when I was on lunch and I wanted to show it to you. We were talking about Dr. Tenpenny's testimony about magnetic vaccine crystals. So this is what I found out. So I have a key and a bobby pin here. Explain to me why the key sticks to me. It sticks to my neck too. I got those. Yeah, so if somebody can explain this, that would be great. Any questions?
A few. Can we explain why the key stuck to your chest? Oh, I don't know, you got sweaty chest flesh, I guess. Is that one possible explanation? I too sweat. If you prick me with a key, does it not stick to me sometimes, Dan? She kept going. No, continue.
Shout out to the Ohio channel playing the hit since 1996. That's just great. Like, that's just wonderful television. I can't believe that's not pay-per-view. I'd watch that over Mayweather Paul any day. And the best part is if you can pick, all I like to do during these things is pick a person in the video in the back to look at their reaction. There's a woman in the top left-hand corner who starts to gawk after she does the neck thing. And we'll start looking, that's my favorite. Yeah, she looks to the left there, there, but she's just like, what? And later on, she's just like, I cannot believe this is actually happening. Like, this is doing this, wow. This is, those are the most human moments to me because you have to acknowledge how insane that is. I mean, truly that combined with the Louis Gohmert clip from earlier this week, those two are just mind boggling. Like, I don't even know where to begin bringing cogent political analysis to those statements, points of fact, only to say that this is where the constant naysaying and like anti-science propaganda that's been coming from the right wing, even though they're trying to make it seem like they are pro-science, this is what it leads to.
Yeah, 100%. I do want to give credit to the woman for sticking with the routine despite the thing not sticking to her for the most part. Like, she kept trying to stick it to her neck and it would fall off. Like, but if it falls off, shouldn't you question the magnetic thing? I mean, shouldn't that cause you, like you say, any questions? But shouldn't you have questions? Shouldn't you question the fact that the vast majority of keys manufactured in America are not magnetic to begin with? They're not made of metals that are magnetic. That seems like the sort of, not all metals are magnetic. That's a pretty core scientific fact. Maybe look into that too. And then we're gonna have more on Sherri Tenpenny. Really fast question though. And is this basically just, hey, we've opened up a door where people who regrettably, thanks to the fact that America doesn't really do anything about mental illness, that these are just people who have, they have issues and they are being injected into politics. They're stuffed full of conspiracy theories and misinformation, and people scare the hell out of them, and then they send them out to events like this. Is that really just what we're seeing?
I think
how would you even know?
Yeah, I think there's a distinction because in these cases, and I think people have to be careful during the Trump administration too, that there are also like people who are neurodivergent, who go through like mental illness struggles and things like that too, and also don't believe bat crap crazy propaganda. So like we have to allow for that possibility. But I think, and I appreciate you, John, for incorporating compassion into your commentary as much as you can. But like there is something to be said about how these people are sort of preyed upon and taken advantage of for being sort of like scared, constantly being fed propaganda to scare them. And then in this fragile moment, now they are believing these conspiracy theories. Now, it's not like these conspiracy theories are because they have a mental illness that might predispose them to thinking things that aren't there do exist, because they're people who go on TV to preach about things that don't exist that they say are actually there. So we can't go around diagnosing all of these people. But I think it goes to say on like a personal, like on an on the ground level, like in the Ohio State House right there, I think it's true that a lot of the people on the right see these people as like docile and feeble-minded and easy to take advantage of and get money from. That's really just like when it comes down at the end of the day. That's why they charge $500 for their QAnon rallies, because like whether you believe it or not, we're getting paid. That's really what they believe in, and there are real world ramifications to this thing, which is I think what we're starting to come at with. Because really fast, John, there's all those stories about people who have lost their parents and grandparents because they watch Fox News all the time. I don't think all of people's parents and grandparents are like, people have mental illnesses here and there, but I think those might be there regardless. But to be preying on people who are in vulnerable situations, who are in information silos, especially when you're telling them not to trust any other media organizations but your own, yeah, that does lead to a situation where it does feel very exploitative, and you start to wonder, do Republican operatives know what they're doing? And I've seen Roger Stone talk before, so the answer is absolutely.
That's true. Yeah, you're totally right. These people exist in these information silos. We've created basically in social media knowledge deserts, vast areas, communities that are walled off from actually getting information.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.